Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets. We'll be looking at Bitcoin in particular. Where's it going to go from here? It's hit 6,300 and nearly on its way to 6,400. Is 6,400 going to be the main sticking point for Bitcoin? Is it going to go back down from there? Is it going to shoot past it and just keep going on this kind of run that's on just now? We'll also be talking about are the altcoins at the BI stage. The altcoins at the BI stage just now. And I'll tell you what the BI stage is if you stay tuned to the program. I'm just going to see if we're live or not just now. Just see we are live and there's a few people in. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to jump over just now. We've got a few people watching. So if you're watching just now, first of all, leave a comment in the comments section just now, in the chat area, just to say hi, and just so we know who you are. And obviously if you can go down to the like button as well, hit that like button, that would be fantastic. The channel is growing and I've maybe got plans to grow the channel and to possibly maybe big plans ahead in the next. I've got to make a decision today. There's a big decision I've got to make today, and it's kind of a big thing for me, so I'll tell you about that more. I've let the premium kind of members know as well, so I'll tell you more about that later on, possibly next week or the week after. But I'm just going to see if we're live or not. We are live, and just in the chat area just now we have Marcus Jafari is in the house. B, good morning to you. Got your email as well, mate. I'll reply to that, saying Bitcoin weekend, possibly a Bitcoin weekend. Alex Jug is in, long time no see, mate. Good to see you here. Mac Paulin is in, Donny Don Matthew, Gary Stewart is in, Andreas is in, High Points Drifter, Sean Dubbs, Mervyn Skidmore, Mitch Dieter, Natasha Sakamoto, good to see you back. JC Standard, Cookie is in, Crypto Cat is in, Kig is in as well. Welcome to you all. Good to have you here. I know you could be doing other things, so I really do appreciate your time. Okay, can BTC maintain or will there be a pullback? We're expecting a pullback, but we were expecting a pullback at 6,000. We were expecting a pullback at 5,800. We've been expecting a pullback since 6,200 as well. But Bitcoin is on a roll just now, and we are up to $6,317. The highest it's ever been, and it's not the highest it's ever been. It's the highest this year. Sorry, highest of 2019. Or the highest in 6 months. We're going to say 6 months. And it's keeping on going. So this is live, 6,322. Is it going to push past 6,400? 6,400 is the main area. We're going to look at this as well. And this is on the daily chart. In fact, we'll go to the weekly chart, see what that looks like. Yeah, so this area you can see, this is where the buying has come in. Typical buys has come in here and sells. So round about 6,800 would be where it drops off, but 6,400 is a big kind of buying area and selling area as well. So it's big resistance here. And we can see from before as well, 6,400 is a resistance area. Well, previous support and resistance as well. And it's also been where a lot of the buying has been, at round about this area here. So what's going to happen? Nobody knows. I don't know, you don't know, and nobody knows what's going to happen. However, we can guess at what's going to happen. We can guess 6,400 is going to be a major resistance. It's going to be a major resistance. However, we'll keep on creeping up. We're up at 6,325 as we speak. Just now, we'll take this volume off as well. I can see the volume coming in. If you look at the volume as well, there is volume coming in. Not as much as we'd like, but there is volume coming in here. And you can see it's kind of changed and got more volume in for Bitcoin since November. So what's that doing to the other alts? What's it going to do to the alts? Well, I think with the alts, we're going to get to the BI stage, and that's the bugger it stage. And the bugger it stage is people going to say, yeah, Bitcoin is going to go up. It's gone up enough for me, and I'm just going to put my Bitcoin into the alts now. And I think that's what's going to happen soon. We've seen to a degree what could happen with Cardano, with XRP as well, start to go on a wee run. And we've seen it with Matic. Matic went up about 10, 12% or something. and a few others as well. We're seeing it with DLT just now, I believe. Yeah, DLT is on a run of 30% just now. I looked at DLT at 1200 mark and it's bounced off that kind of 1200 mark, saying that was going to be a support, and it has been, and it's bounced up about 30%. But look, if you look at the bigger picture, if we kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture, it's not that big a jump, but percentage-wise, it is a big jump there. WTC is going on a run as well. Again, it doesn't look that big of a jump in the grand scheme of things, but because the alts have been bleeding badly for the last couple of days because Bitcoin has gone up, I think we're going to see the BI stage coming soon. However, with Bitcoin keep on rising, and if it does keep on rising, if it does go through the 6,400, we're going to see the alts going back down again. So we'll have to be careful of that as well. So we've not got to the BI stage yet, but we're getting there. We're getting to the BI stage. But if it goes over 6,400 and it goes on a run up to 7,000, then we're going to see the alts bleeding again. So just be on your guard for that as well. So I was in Matic and I took it out, and before it went down to 50, I took out 56 or something. And it went down 51, but it did shoot up last night again. I think it went up to about 61 or something. But I'm still glad I'm out. I'm into Bitcoin just now. Obviously, I've got XRP, I've got Cardano as well, and I will be building those up once I start to see things changing with Bitcoin. Get out of Bitcoin and back into XRP and Cardano, and possibly another one of the kind of smaller ones that I think going to do well. I think Matic is going to do well. If I'm being honest, I think Matic is a good one to look at if you've not looked at it already. It's only got a market cap of about 7 million. So definitely look at that. So that's Bitcoin, and that's the kind of BI stage that the altcoins might be doing. However, over the weekend, is it going to go down? Is it going to go up? Have I still got a feeling it's going to go up past the 6,000? I think we're going to get resistance at 6,400. It's going to come down slightly. It might retest 6,000, then go back up again. And that would be perfect cup and handle formation. So you might get this kind of forming. So coming up, 6,400 comes down, and then it goes up again. That would be the perfect cup and handle scenario. So that is what I'm looking for. That's what I think is going to happen. 6,400 will touch the door of that. It'll just knock on the door, say let me in. 6,400 is going to say nope, you're not getting in. It's going to come back down to 6,000 and then jump back up over the 7,000. I don't think it's going to come down, but it might retest the 5,000 level, the psychological level. I'm not feeling that at the moment. But I don't know. Nobody knows. They can only kind of guess at this and look at the charts for some kind of form of guidance. And that's all we're doing here. We're just looking at the charts for guidance. But at the moment, it's looking like this run is going to continue. So we need to wait and see what happens. It's going to be an interesting weekend, that's for sure. Get rid of that. So it looks like the cup and handle is going to be completed. I don't know if anybody spoke about that cup and handle. It's a big kind of cup and handle on the daily. But we're continuing. So we'll just see what you think about that. Who else is in the house? We have Meng Lai is in. Good to see you here. I don't think I've seen you here before, so good to see you. Big decision checking a pork, boxers or briefs. Mervyn Skidmore. Mark Paulin, so what do we do if... what to do if we do have NPXS and BTT keep or sold? Keep or sell. Obviously I can't tell you what to do, but I'll just look at some of these. So BTT, if you look at the order books, you've got 10 and 11. It has been, no, it didn't go down to 9, 10. Put it this way, I don't think with BTT, with BitTorrent, I don't think it's going to go much lower. I don't think Justin Sun is going to allow that to go much lower. And you've got support here as well. So this could be the bottom. It could be the bottom, but you will get to a stage where it is, you'll get to that BI stage where people will just say, bugger it, I'm going to buy MBTT or I'm going to hold BTT and go in for the alts. PundiX, a different story altogether. It's weird with PundiX. You're on 910 just now with PundiX, but I honestly don't know. I just cannot fathom out PundiX because they're making money. They've got a product out. They've got a good team behind them. I keep at it, and I'm still asking myself, am I missing something? But I'm out of PundiX myself, obviously, apart from the community coin. We've still got 500,000 or something. It's not that much. It was worth a shitload more than it is just now. But we've still got that for the community coin. But I've not given up on PundiX. I've just stopped asking what's going on because I just can't see it. Why it's not doing much better than it is. Same with Dent as well. Hot, I think, could be a good one to jump in. Maybe not just now. We've got 18.19. Looks as if it's going to go to 17.18. So it could go down to as low as of 12 or 10.12 as well. I have to be careful of that. Encash, look at this. Encash is way down as well. Way down. And I thought we'd kind of hit a bottom near 40 or 50, 40. Same with the MFT. I was in MFT for a bit as well, and I just got out of that as well. And with MFT, I just thought, okay, just stay in Bitcoin just now and just see what happens with Bitcoin. 6329, another high. So we're hitting highs all the time. We'll just go to the hourly. Look at the hourly. This is just crazy. Crazy, crazy. 6331, another high. What's the high so far? 6336 is the high of the year. So it looks as if it's going to make a dive for the 6,400. Richard Cooper is in the house. Studio 10, or saying RC. Tony P is in the house as well. Crypto Cat, I saw some Muppet in the House of Representative wants to make it illegal to buy, sell, trade and hold crypto. Nothing like missing out on a great opportunity. I know. Shakiza is in at this point in time. Is it a good idea to sell alts for BTC or hold on to them? Well, we're going to have to see. You could sell your alts just now. I've sold my alts that I was trading. So I was trading alts. I've got some kind of holds, I've got XRP, I've got Cardano. But I've sold that. I've sold my kind of alts I was trading. I'm holding XRP and Cardano. I'll just dollar cost average in. I really don't care about the price of them. I'll just dollar cost average. And for me, this is brilliant. But I'm holding off buying more XRP and Cardano just now and trading at the moment until I see what we do at this 6,400 level. Once we knock on the door of 6,400, what's it going to do from here? Is it going to shoot back down and come down to 6,000, then bounce back up again? I don't know. If it does come back down, that's when we're going to see the alts coming back up. You're going to see Cardano, XRP coming back up as well. So at that point in time, I'll probably buy more XRP and Cardano and get out of Bitcoin and then go back into Bitcoin when I see this rising again if 6,000 holds. But either way, it doesn't really matter. If you've got Bitcoin just now, you could say, okay, I'm going to go into USDT or USDC, whatever it is, you kind of go into PAX or whatever, one of the stable coins. You could say that, but if you're holding Bitcoin, if Bitcoin shoots down to 4,000, all the alts are going to go down. If Bitcoin shoots up, all the alts are going to go down as well. If it shoots up, if it stabilizes, that's when you're going to get the alts coming back up. But if it shoots down, alts will go down. So if you're holding BT, it's cool. You don't need to go into USDC or USDT if you're looking to trade. And if it shoots up, if you're holding Bitcoin as well, you're in a good situation because the alts are going to go down as well. And then when Bitcoin does come back down, you can get into the alts. So for me, I don't really tend to go into USDT or USDC or one of the other stable coins. I'll just go into Bitcoin and altcoins, Bitcoin, altcoins. Right now, I'm in Bitcoin just now and wait and see what happens at 6,400. Honest Crypto Journey is in house. Good morning to you. Hyphen Lee is in. Sorry, late to the game. What's BI? Bugger it. BI is bugger it. So it's like when everybody goes, I'll bugger it, I'm just going to buy the altcoins, even though Bitcoin is going up. So it's like an almost kind of decoupling for a very short period of time. It happened before, it's probably going to happen again. We're not at that stage yet, I don't think, but we're getting close to the BI stage. Jeff Colquhoun, if it tests 6k, do you think that will push the alts up a bit temporarily? Yes, I do. So when we see Bitcoin coming down, when we see it knocking the door of 6,400, and it is, unless it just shoots through it, and doesn't even look back, which I don't think is going to happen, then we're going to see the alts kind of pulling back up temporarily. It might get to 6,000, 6,100 and then go back up again, and then they also start to go back down. So there's going to be a trading opportunity there. There's going to be a window of opportunity to sell your Bitcoin, get into the alts, get more Bitcoin, and then get back into Bitcoin as well. Cat, dem, or rep? Natasha Sokomoto don't know what that means. Is that for the alts that you're talking about? Gene, if BTT, Dent, LRC, Vibe, DRD ever go back up, that's me and trading finished. Will accumulate BTC, LTC, Ethereum, XM, Kin, ADA, TRX only. Missed a lot of these profits, I know. Gordy Boy, good morning to you. Good to see you here. Gene is saying like button crush. Yeah, go down to like button and crush that like button. That would be fantastic if you can do that. Please take a look at Kova, a real hidden gem, over 3 million US daily volume, has been going up the ranks from 700 odd 2 months back to 500, it's now moving up. Solid team and top investors. We looked at that the other day, I think, Donny Don, but we'll take a look at that as a hidden gem. I think I've got it in the kind of first round, so I've got folders up here. First round microcaps, second round microcaps, third round microcaps, but I've not actually moved them over to the second and third rounds. B, good call on Encash at the start of the week. Steve saved me a packet. Excellent. Good. I'm glad I did, B. Aloysius, good morning to you. Bernard Ronald is in the house. Welcome to you. Mark Innes, good to see you here, buddy. Hi, mate. Catching you while I'm at work. Oh, in trouble with the boss, man. Axel is in the house as well. Okay, we'll take a look at crypto bubbles. Just now, what's going on over the last 24 hours? ABT ArcBlock is on a huge run, 189% on the week. 36% on the day, on the hour, down 1.42%, but ArcBlock doing extremely well. Link is on a run as well, 41% on the week, 13% on the day. Aurora, 15% on the week, 13% on the day and the hour as well. TrueChain doing really well, 37% on the week, 17% on the day. WTC on a run just now, 12.6% on the day. So that gives us an overall picture of what's happening, kind of in the alts market certainly. And obviously with BTC as well, but we'll look at it over the last hour. So we're going green. We're actually turning green here. So it looks as if there's a wee kind of shift here. Like I was saying, this is starting to look as if it's going to get to the BI stage. It's not there yet. Yeah, Bitcoin has come down just a tiny bit, 6,311, 15. Let's just try and decide what to do here. So we're going to see these turning green. We're going to get more opportunities in the alts as well, I would imagine. So that's crypto bubbles. What is kind of Aurora coin at 13%. Populous up 5%, the big one. ICX, WAX, WTC up 4%. We've seen that. Bitcoin as well moving up. Bitcoin Gold, that's 15% on the week. That's done well. Pundi X, 2.58% up. MCO, really like MCO for the long term. That's it just now. Okay, just look at the markets overall, see what's happening overall in the markets. And I'm just going to make sure I'm on. Yep. So we are up to 193 billion market capitalization overall, which is brilliant. We're nearly hitting that 200 stage, 200 billion. I don't know the last time we got to 200 billion. And we'll look over the last month. Nope, we didn't get it. I would imagine it'll be over the year. 200. The last time we got to it, again, it was about 6 months ago. So we're getting to that stage again for the 200 billion market capitalization. And Bitcoin dominance up to 58.1%. The highest it's been for a while as well. So who's the winners apart from Bitcoin? winners and losers. We've got ArcBlock, we said, True Chain, Chainlink, Walton Chain, Lisk is up, Komodo, Aurora, Bitcoin, Metaverse, Next, Basic Attention Token starting to move back up again as well. So looking good for them. Overall, we have about 60, 50-50 in the green. In the red, IXEC RLC, that did go on a run, is down now, 9.34%. That was a previous coin of the day. So I had a good run on that. Binance coin down 6.86% at $19. It might be a good time to buy, but we can look at some of the charts as well later on. Wax, Monocoin, VeChain down below 100, I believe it was. Was it VET? Yeah, down below 100. I couldn't believe that when I seen that this morning at 94 Satoshi. So that was quite incredible to see that as well. Mixin, Maximin coin. So that's the thing as well. If you're holding Bitcoin just now, it's still going up. You're seeing the alts bleeding just now. There's going to be another opportunity to get in on your favorite kind of altcoins like VeChain. I think that's kind of certainty to go up as well. Probably most of the others as well, to be honest. I don't think this is a point in time where some of the altcoins are just going to disappear altogether. I don't think that's going to happen at this stage. I think when Bitcoin gets much, much higher, that's when you're going to see the altcoins, a lot of the altcoins disappearing. Okay, so we'll look at the overall picture, view all, and we'll go to 10,000 for the volume. I'm just waiting that kind of loading. It takes a wee bit to load up. I thought I'd done this before, but obviously not. So there's going to be some brilliant opportunities for hidden gems as well. Once, because there's a lot of hidden gems out there that are actually going down just now, which is a good thing. Obviously, you're trying to get into a hidden gem. I was talking about hidden gems yesterday as well, and I thought I'd found, well, I found one that I think I would comfortably, not comfortably, but almost comfortably say, okay, I'm going to put $10,000 in this and just walk away, see what happens over the next 2 years. And if it kind of even 10x or 100, could 100x and still be quite comfortable, and still have only a market capitalization of 500 million, it would just be fantastic. It would be life-changing, to be honest. So there's now 2,166 cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap. What has done well over the last 24 hours, that's traded over 10,000 volume. We have Benjo coin, we've seen that yesterday, 235% is up. We don't know the market capitalization of that. Natman is up 81%, 89,000 market capitalization with a volume of 226,000. What else has gone up? Loons, that's I've seen that ages and ages ago, up 51%, 1.1 million. My Wish, 1.3 million, up 50% on 20,000 volume. Super Bitcoin, 1.5 billion, 1.5 million volume. Ucoin as well, 1.2 million volume on Ucoin. What else with a good market cap? Wixlar, up 28% on 282,000 volume, 1.3 million. Spectrum, 93,000 market capitalization. So imagine if one of these was a real hidden gem and had brilliant kind of solid foundations behind them, great team and everything. And it was only 62,000. It could easily 1,000x, and you still, it'd just be amazing to kind of catch one of those. Unicorns, I think they're called, or black swans, or unicorns would be more appropriate. So that's overall, with the coin market cap, so 2,166 cryptocurrencies now. And we'll look at the news a wee bit later on. We'll take an update on Bitcoin, 6,318. We're up to 6,336 is the high of the day so far, the high of the last 6 months so far. So each new high it surpasses today is going to be a high for the next 6 months as well, for the last 6 months. Let's go back to the daily. Now, if we look at the weekly as well, we've kind of seen this before. I've showed you this. We can now see this crossover that I was talking about. So I'm going to zoom right in. So we've got the crossover of the 70 EMA going over the 50 EMA on a weekly. It's quite clear there. So is that an indicator that we're going to go even more parabolic from here? It's only happened 3 times in the history of Bitcoin. The last time was here. So if we kind of go back to 2015, and we kind of look at where it was $230. And then on the weekly, it was going up 237. It went up to 248, 262, jumped up to 284, then kept on going up and up and up and up, and got to 19,666. That's what it got up to. It just kept on going up from here. And I would imagine, and I can't remember to be honest, in 2015, if a lot of people were saying, okay, it's going to go back down to $200, and people were saying when it got up to kind of $500, okay, it's going to go back down to 200. When it got up to 780, okay, it's going to go back down to 200. So I think, are we at the same stage as that just now? So when it keeps on going up and up and up, are people going to say, yeah, it's going to come back down though to 4,000? So I think a lot of people are still saying it's going to come back down, but this 6,400, it might just even melt through that. It might just be like a knife through kind of butter and just go straight through the 6,400. But it's having a wee bit, it's having thinking time just now. Okay, just go back to chat, because this is a kind of big stage. This could be a really big weekend. It could be a huge weekend. Axel is in. Good morning to you. -Lee, is Bab done? I don't know. We can look at the smaller caps, the ones we've been looking at. It's quite depressing actually to look at them, to be honest, because obviously Bitcoin's on a run. It's quite depressing to look at these, but we'll look at Bab and Ethereum, because the Satoshi value is getting that low. It's not even worth kind of looking at Satoshi value. 88 it's near its all-time low. Yeah. Is it done? I honestly don't know. I think they're on a kind of silence kind of just now. They're very, very silent just now, and it could be that they're working on things in the background, and they don't want to shoot themselves in the foot by trying to give out good news and positive kind of hope and vibes, because they know everybody's feeling it just now from where it's been. 88 from 330, just kind of higher than that as well, from nearly 500. Kind of did get to 618 at one point, and it's down to 88. However, it has to be said, it's in line with the market. A lot of these companies are down 80, 90%. So I have to kind of remember that as well. So I think they might be working on things in the background, or there's one of two scenarios here. They're working on things in the background. They don't want to say and give people hope again and false hope. They're just on this kind of period of silence just now, where they're working on things and trying to get things out and get that license they've been speaking about for ages and ages, over a year and a half now. Or they're in the process of going under. There's one of two scenarios here, and I just don't know which it is, if I'm being really honest. And I wish I did know. Okay, Digitex, we're looking at as well. We'll have a look. Just have a look at some of these. On 470, it's gone even lower just now. Obviously, with Bitcoin and what's been happening at Digitex as well, it's not happening as well. Metamorph, what's happening at Metamorph? Down as well. Down to 90. No, it's all-time low by any manner of means. It's all-time low is around about 30. Metamorph, come out with version 2. Once it's up and running, I'm definitely going to be testing that again, Metamorph. I do like Metamorph, and I think it could be one of those unicorns. But they need to onboard users. They need to get the users coming on. Howdo, what's happening with Howdo? They're down to 200. Nowhere near its all-time low. Another 50% to go for its all-time low, but going down in line with the market because of the Bitcoin price. What else? I think that's it. I would imagine BPT, Blockport as well. How they doing? Yep, 1549 as well. Expecting to go back up once things pick back up as well. So is Bab finished? I honestly couldn't say. It's 50-50 for me to say if they're finished. I'm not invested, as you know, but I just don't know. Donny Don Matthew, a few other gems with interesting multi-X growth possibility. LAM, MXC, WAC, and XMX, IIC as well. Need to check them out as well, Donny Don. David Schwartz is in. Good morning to you, buddy. Good to see you here. Jeff Calhoun, the bank account project we won't speak of was a hidden gem. It was. The idea behind BAB is a brilliant idea. I think it was a brilliant idea. There's so many kind of other projects come out that are very similar to it now, and I think if they were quicker, if BAB were much quicker in getting that license and getting things rolling, I think they could have been at the forefront just now of those licenses, and they could have been what other people followed or who other people followed. But as it stands, they're not going to be first to market, I don't think, with a genuine banking license. A full banking license. You can get a banking license, but not a full banking license. So I don't think they're going to be first to market to that. And that was going to be one of the main kind of USPs, unique selling points. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case. So it was a hidden gem, and we made a lot of money from it. We lost a lot of money from it as well. I know that sounds a bit of an oxymoron. We made money, we lost money. But we did at the beginning, kind of was going up. We made money. We kind of bought more, obviously. And then we kind of lost money. So, yeah, just a shame. Natasha Sakamoto, Flow's been in the news recently as well. I've been looking at Flow. I think it's Florin kind of project it was called before. Ideal INX, has Mercatox got a problem, not able to log in for 24 hours? Somebody else said that as well. Somebody else was talking, I can't remember who it was. Was it Lawrence? I think it was Lawrence. In the group as well, saying that they couldn't log into Mercatox. I've managed to log in. I got the email kind of sent out to me, logged in, and it was okay yesterday. I've not tried it this morning. Crypto Don Wan is in the house. Good morning to you, mate. Good to see you here, buddy. Mervyn Skidmore. Steve, what's the sidebar volume indicator you use on TradingView? It is... It's VPVR. So it's VPVR. So if you go to, I don't know if it's called under VPVR though, you just VPVR, what's it come under? So it's volume profile it will come under. I'll just check that just to make sure I'm not talking mince. So I've got volume profile already. So look under volume profile, you might look for volume profile better. Volume profile, no, talk about that as indicators. Volume profile. Yeah, we'll just do VPVR instead, then you'll see the volume profile. So I've seen that a couple of times. Jimbo kind of showed me it as well, or told me he kind of looked at that as well, and I think it's quite a good, not an indicator, but it tells you where the buying volume is, the buying and selling volume. So this is what it does, the VPVR. So if you want to look at this in TradingView, just go into indicators, VPVR, and this is the trading volume. It's not buying it, well, it is a buying and selling, but it's a trading volume, and you can see where kind of prices are going to be attracted to. So if Bitcoin was to fall from here, the next logical price would be, or support, would be around about this level, 5,200. You can see this kind of sticking out here. The next kind of support here, or the buying volume, lots of buying volume, is around about these prices. 6,400 is a high one. Then it kind of goes off, veers off. Where does it go from there? It's kind of anybody's guess. But the next one, 7,400, 8,200, and then we'd have to kind of go down from there as well. We'll look at it on the monthly. So it gets interesting depending on what time frame you use as well. We go to, I'll look at the settings here as well. Inputs. So I've got row size as 100 as well. You could put that higher, but I've got row size of 100. So look at look at this at 213, 297. I don't think it's quite as accurate with the monthly. So if we go to auto, take auto off. So it's not quite as accurate with the monthly. We'll go to the daily, put auto back on. So that's the indicator, BPVR. So look at that as well. It's quite interesting to see, and I've just kind of lost it on that because I've changed the settings. But that's good. That's cool. I do quite like that. So we're up to 6,331 now for Bitcoin. So it's going even higher. Not 6,336. So this is kind of live just now. You're kind of looking at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see the price. Yeah, because I'm up in the top right hand corner, so you'll be able to see the price down here. So this could be an amazing weekend for Bitcoin. It could be an absolute dire weekend for altcoins. And we'll look at Binance in a second. Can't understand XRP and VeChain. Every bit of good news lowers the price. XRP is going to explode. I think it's going to explode. I've been saying that for ages, since 6,000, since 7,000, but it did at 4,000. I was saying it for ages, around about the 4,000 level. It did. It went up 200%. And I think the same is going to happen again. You can never kind of discount XRP because it just goes. When it goes, she just blows. XRP BTC, but it's gone down to 4,700 just now, or around about that price. 4,682 that is at the moment. Same with Cardano as well, because I was thinking, okay, Cardano would be a brilliant one to buy at the moment and just kind of put everything in Cardano just now, but I still think it's got lower to go just now. So Cardano BTC I'll look at as well. So 1,004. It did get to 941 Satoshi, or 935 Satoshi. It did get to, so it might go to that again if Bitcoin keeps on going up. I'm just going to copy this so we can flip it between them, just so we can keep an eye on Bitcoin. BTC, oh, we're in just now, we're okay. So keep an eye on that, and we'll just kind of look at others as well. So what's doing well in Binance just now? DLT obviously going for it, and we'll put that on the hourly. Interestingly enough, there's on the daily chart, which is kind of with using kind of as an indicator for kind of making calls. There's hardly any that's eligible to make a call on. But if you go to the hourly chart, you'd have to look at the hourly chart. And you're going to get these, and I said this kind of last week and the week before as well, you're going to get these parabolic runs for some of the alts, but it's not going to be as many. There's only going to be 2 or 3 you're going to get them on, and it's just going to swap in Binance. It's just going to be DLT today, it's going to be BAT, maybe the next time it's going to be Storm, the next time GBT, and there's going to be no rhyme or reason to it. It's not going to be on news, it's not going to be on fundamentals, it's not going to be on anything like that. They're just going to go on a run. And I think what happens with this is people start to buy the alts. It goes up a couple of percent. People look at them and say, well, there's nothing else going on. I'm going to jump into this because it's moving up a couple of percent. It could move higher. Then it goes up to 5%, then it goes up to 10%. Then more people start to get in. So there's no rhyme or reason for it to go up, apart from it's been low or near its all-time low, and people start buying it again. So I think this is what's going to happen. With DLT, BAT is starting to happen. Well, BAT, obviously the fundamentals are really good, but the fundamentals are good on a lot of the coins on Binance as well. PundiX, not moving. EVX, if you look at where it was at 15,000 Satoshi, and then it went all the way down to 8,000. People are starting to think, well, it's 50% down over the last kind of couple of days. Surely it's going to go back up, and this is how traders find their opportunities as well. And this is what we have to do if you're willing to risk it and kind of get out of BTC and go into kind of the alts trading. So continue. 6,302 is coming down slightly, and this is where you'll start to see the alts going back up slightly when Bitcoin comes down. Ferris, good morning peeps. Could you please see if BAT has a golden cross? So we'll just look at BAT just now. We'll go on to the MA and take off the EMA, and we'll go on to the daily. So the golden cross typically is the 50 over the 200. just make sure I've got the settings right. Yep, 50 over the 200. I had the golden cross a while ago, and this is on the daily. So I had the golden cross on 25th of February. If we call that, if that's what we're calling, if the consensus is the 50 over the 200 is a golden cross. So yeah, we had that, or we had it even kind of before that, on 19th of November, and just kept on going up from there. So it's not had the death cross, if that's what you mean. It's definitely not had that. So it could bounce from the 200 MA from here. If you're looking at, so typically traders will use these kind of old stock prices, and the stock prices use the kind of old stock price indicators, 50 EMA, the 200 EMA. So typically the crypto traders are still using that. So if we're looking at it from this point of view, it could bounce, or it's bouncing off the 200 MA just now, but so it could go higher. It did get to as high as 9,500 Satoshi, so it could go higher again. So take these off and put my preferred ones on. So this is a shorter time frame on BAT. This is a daily. Would I be buying BAT just now? No, would be the answer. And if I was going to get in, I'd probably be looking at the hourly. On the hourly, crossed down over. You could say it's not a death cross as such, but on the 29th of April, crossed down over is 7,556. Kept on going down to 4,400. And then you might look at the smaller time frame to get in. Look at a point of getting in. So you could go in 15 minutes. If you're going in 15 minutes, you could have gone at 4,680. So that's what's going to happen with the alts as well. So the market is changing, trading is changing, because the market is changing. So it's difficult to kind of make calls, but obviously still have to kind of make them, and that's what the premium members are paying for. So it's difficult to make the calls, but if we're going still using the kind of daily, it's more certain that it is going to go up. And we've seen over the last couple of days that RLC went up, Zen went up, NFT went up for a wee bit, Bitcoin went up as well. These are the ones that were on in the premium channel, the ones that I use on the daily. The indicators that I use were kind of going up, and it was kind of saying that the Zen was going to go up. So but there's only a few just now that that's happening with. Bitcoin obviously being one of them. Zen, where did Zen get to? Zen BTC, that kept on going up yesterday. It's come back down now. That's on the 15 minute. We'll just go to the daily. So it did get up to 211,900, and that's when I called in a premium group 142,000. So I think this might be a good time to look at the calls I've made in a premium group. Even in this market when all the alts are bleeding, it's not done too badly. It's not done too badly in May, and I'm just going to show you these. And this was April. April was one of the worst months because I had to kind of adjust as well. But this is what we've got just now. I'm just going to show you this just now because I'm not making a lot of calls at the moment because of the Bitcoin price. So we had LRC, it went up 5%, came right back down. Mana, thought that hit the bottom. So kind of looked at the strategy from there. Qtum went up 15%. Zen kind of called, and it went up 37%. And I think I'll have to put that higher, 211,000. So it was actually higher. 41% we got with that. RLC, we'll look at RLC as well. I can't remember what that got up to. And what did we get up to? 11,500. So I've updated that already. 17%. NAV kind of went down. It went up very slightly, very slightly, and then just kind of shot back down. That was a real disappointment there. VIB, 5%. SYS, 7%. Vibe, 1.96%. BRD, 3.61%. I don't even know if BRD got past that. BRD, BTC, that might have went higher. Get to 6931. That was on a daily. I don't think I called that the other day, so 6760. 6760. So 4.74%. So 8.56 for the alts is not bad in this market. It's not that bad in this market. So that's for the premium group just now. That's what's live at the moment. They're still in play. They last for 10 days. I'm showing you this because I've already called in the premium group. In the premium group, we got Zen for 149,000, so you could have had 41% on that. And it's still moving Zen as well. Donny Matthew, with Binance down on deposits and withdrawals, a good alternative is Huobi. Good volume and a lot of gems in mainstream. By the way, CYT, past day or two, is an awesome trading coin. Quick gains on it. CYT, I never heard of that for ages as well. Used to kind of have that as it was a hidden gem before. CYT, way back, I think it was last year, way back at the beginning of last year. Aloysius, your thoughts on Aphelion and Bounty Zero X? Like Bounty Zero X, I was kind of involved with them for a wee bit. I know somebody that's kind of doing a lot of kind of marketing work for them as well, and I really do like them, Bounty Zero X. And I've got an account with Bounty Zero X as well. So yeah, I do like Bounty Zero X. Aphelion, I don't know too much about, for being honest. Crypto Dread is in. Good morning to you. Marcus Sparrow, XRP BNB is doing well. Yeah, I've seen that. There was a wee bit, it's not an anomaly, but if you go into XRP and swap it for BNB, it's up, it's actually in the green. G-Slick is in, Moonboy is in, good day from Australia. Good to see you, Moonboy. Okay, we'll go to some of the news. Bitcoin poised for parabolic bull run, that was yesterday, I don't know why that's there. No, it's May the 10th it was. Right. I've never highlighted these. Why is this not highlighted again? Okay, so this is from Peter Brandt. So from the potential for a third parabolic Bitcoin bull run to a new adoption at Ripple, here's a look at some of the stories breaking the world of crypto. This is from Daily Hodl. I like Daily Hodl, it's quite a good news website for crypto. So a veteran crypto trader known in the industry for accurately calling Bitcoin's crash in January of 2018 says BTC appears poised for a historic third parabolic bull run. In a new interview with CNBC's crypto trader, Peter Brandt says his analysis has him feeling bullish on the long-term prospects for BTC. You have to look really at the long-term chart that goes back to 2011, 2012, and what you'll see there is a magnificent thing that happened going into 2013 high, and that was a parabolic move. And it was a parabolic move on a log scale. A parabolic move on a log scale is a magnificent thing. It may only happen once in a decade. Just going to see the log scale. And we'll go to the weekly. And we'll go to Bitcoin. Oh, we're in Bitcoin already. We've got one open. Continue, daily, weekly. So this is the log scale it's talking about. Talking about 2012, 2013, so around about here is talking about. I would need to go back to, in fact we'll go to BLX and we'll see what he's talking about there. You can see it around about here, December, January 2012, this parabolic bull run. This actually happened twice. So this is the third time, and this is what I was talking about as well. This crossover is only the third time it's ever happened, and this is what Peter Brandt is talking about as well. So poised for a historic third parabolic bull run. So that indicator that I was talking about the other day could be even more significant than we first thought. This crossover between a 70 EMA and a 50 EMA, it's only ever happened 3 times, and this is only the third time it's ever happened on the weekly. On the weekly here. So Brave New Coin is at 6,165 for Bitcoin. BTC USD, we're just going to go back to it. 6286, so Bitcoin is kind of pulling back a wee bit. So that was Peter Brandt says we might be going on a kind of long parabolic run. But in the short term, Brandt says it's an open question whether Bitcoin will retrace and test its $3,000 bottom or its recent low around 4,200. So he's kind of covering himself there as well. Thought that was quite funny. Anyway, Huobi launches accelerated IEO platform with Thunder token sale. Now, I've been doing research and we're in this group for kind of hidden gems. And I've been doing research, I'm going to pass on to you, I've been doing research as well using crunchbase.com. And if we go to Crunchbase, and this is how I found out about Thunder token as well. I didn't buy into it because of the state. Play Thunder Core. So we look at Thunder Core. It tells you it's blockchain, cryptocurrency, software, blah, blah, blah. Thunder token is a new crypto token that's high throughput and confirms transactions in seconds. So it looked really good. So I looked into Thunder Core. because if we look at the investors, we have to look at all the investors for Thundercoin. I've never heard of it before last week, and then suddenly it's kind of coming out everywhere. So Pantera Capital, FBG Capital, SVG Angel, Huobi Capital, Kinetic Capital, Arlington, XRP Capital, Michael Harrington, Zen Fund, Electric Capital, Hashed as well, Metastable Capital as well, all invested in Thundercore in a Series A funding round. I thought, what is this Thundercore that everybody's investing in? So I kind of checked into it, couldn't buy the tokens. Then I found out the other day that's coming out on Huobi Lite. And so Huobi Prime Lite's first launch, Thunder Token TT. This could be really big. This could be really big unless the investors are just going to get in and out very quickly. I don't see it happening because usually they're in it for the long term. But Thunder kind of token went live on kind of Huobi Prime Lite, and it was the first IEO to launch. I think they sold 33 million tokens to 26,000 people. So that came out the other day as well. So Huobi could be a good one to look at as well, just not for just trading, but the Huobi token as well. I'm just going to see where that is actually. HT Huobi token, 113. It's only 113 million market cap. $2.27 it is just now. The only thing is the circulating supply, there's only 10% of the circulating supply just now. Total supply is 500 million, circulating supply is 50 million. So there's only 10%, that's the only thing I don't like with Huobi token. But I'm sure there's a reason behind that, and the tokenomics behind it is going to be, can explain that well enough, I would imagine. But yeah, so that was the Thunder token and Huobi Lite as well. Bitfinex as well, one of the major shareholders reports that investors have already lined up to buy the LEO token, which is for Bitfinex, providing commitments for $1 billion worth in Tether. So it looks like Bitfinex are going to get bailed out of this 850 million in Tether that they're kind of down on, that they hadn't reported on. So Dong Zhao, a Chinese-based investor, the creator of D Group, who has an equity in a controversial Bitfinex exchange, has mentioned in a recent social media post that most likely Bitfinex will not be doing a public sale for its LEO token. The details were shared by CoinDesk. So it might be that they're just not doing a public sale of it. It's just going to be a private sale. So they've got $1 billion in commitment already. So following the current trend of IEO, the exchange decided to offer customers its own token dubbed LEO to be bought with USDT. Now Dong Zhao says that Bitfinex has already got hard and soft commitments from investors that total $1 billion. So it looks as if this is not going to affect the market. But it could be, just like Crypto Trader was saying, that it was this that kind of sparked the rise in the Bitcoin price already. We spoke about that yesterday as well. And I want to thank at this stage Rob and Deb for the news stories, and Davey Dave is back with us, a brilliant admin. I've seen he kind of posted a news story as well, and James as well, and Kim obviously as well, and Jimbo, all of the brilliant admins as well. So I want to thank all the admins for the news stories and commitment as well to CYT-Crypto. Doing amazing things, even with all the changes I'm kind of going through as well. They're still there and in the trenches, so thank you very much to all the admins, really appreciate you. The other news stories, what time are we on? 9:25, so a wee bit kind of late, so we'll just go back to the chat. So that was some of the news stories. What I'm going to do, I'm going to think about changing things up, doing a live like this, looking at a couple of news stories, but I might do a separate video for news stories, maybe coin of the week or something like that as well, instead of coin of the day. So if you want a coin of the day, I'm going to be doing that for the premium members. I'll do a coin of the day and I'll do a short video or something. So I'm thinking about changing things up. So if you want to join us at premium, you can do it. There's going to be a launch of the premium product and the premium kind of service I've got, or the product I've got, teaching you how to get into crypto and trade crypto. I've got a program for $197, plus we've got the premium group at $37 a month as well. I don't promote it that much, so I'm going to do a launch in July sometime. I think I'm going to do a launch in July. It's either that or a launch of my social media product. I've got to make a decision today. That's a big decision I've got to make today. So it's really kind of going full time in crypto for at least 4 to 5 months. So it'll be more with you in the crypto space as well and in the groups. So that's kind of my stuff though. And I have to make a big decision today for that. Derek Alroyd, Mercatalks, the problem with sending emails is completely resolved. Service is fully accessible. Each such user will receive his automatic account activation email letter within 24 hours. Excellent. And David Swartz, would it be wise to swap out backs for kin? I think kin in the long term is going to survive. I think it's going to be one of those survivors. It went down to 34 million market capitalization as kin, which is good. When we consider where it was nearly up to $1 billion market capitalization. Ken is still working in the background. I've never checked up on them over the last few weeks, to be honest, to see what they're up to, see what they're doing, and see what the progress is with the roadmap. So you need to look into that first, but I think Ken's going to be a survivor. Bab, I can't tell you obviously what to do because I don't know if it is going to survive or it's not going to survive. It's going to be either or, and if it does, it could shoot to the moon big time if it does survive and get one of the licenses that's been gone after. You just don't know. So you need to, I honestly don't know. It's a tough decision. I think that's it just now. We'll just see where Bitcoin is just now, 6,281. We'll go to Binance at the moment. Yeah, so we're getting, this is what I was talking about. We're going to get to the stage that Bitcoin stabilizes. And even if it goes up, we're just going to say bugger it. We're just going to go and buy the alts anyway. They're doing it with DLT, although it's come back down a wee bit. I just want to look at Cardano, 1004 still. And the sell order is 3.3 million. That's 33 Bitcoin worth. 1005. So that could go down further. XRP, where is that? 4699. It's really tempting, but I'm just going to have to kind of wait it out and see what happens. Seems to be coming down a wee bit, got a wee bit respite. So what could it get down to? It should be at 6,000. Okay. Put that back where it belongs. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting weekend for sure. Definitely. And there's going to be still a lot of opportunities. XRP going back down. TNT down 14%. Yeesh. And that was up at 460 just a couple of weeks ago. So it's all-time. So you're going to get a lot of all-time lows for a lot of coins now. And we now have nearly 15 coins under 100 Satoshi. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, we've got 14 just now. I think the lowest number we had under 100 was about 3 or 4, but obviously we've got BTT in there, we've got Matic in there as well. So I think that's a good indication of where we're at just now. 14 coins under 100 Satoshi on Binance. It'd be interesting to see on under 200 and under 500 how that figure's changed. Hot, starting to move up a wee bit. That could be a good one, but we've got a market capitalization of about 135 million for Holo. Still think Holo for the long term is going to be brilliant. What's the market cap on that just now? 159. That is at the moment. So I think if Matic, I don't know just why Matic looks a really good prospect, especially at least if it's going to go down a wee bit. Again, but if you look at Matic for market capitalization as well, 7.5 million just now. So it's lost about 23% since it came out on exchange. Okay, so yeah, I do think Matic looks really good. For long term, even if you think it 10x's and goes to 70 million, it's not that much. And just putting $1,000 into that or something, I think it could be really good.
Hello, we're not available
Sorry, that's the kind of phone. Honest Crypto Journey, thank you very much for the £1.99 donation. And cheers, Steve. Have a coffee and me, mate. I will do. I'm going to watch things later on, I think, to just kind of sit and think about this big decision I've got. So just nip up to Waterstones, my favourite kind of shop ever. We'll go up there, or I'll go up there and just have a wee coffee. Thanks very much, Honest Crypto Journey. Really appreciate that, mate. Natasha Sakamoto, the Atom has gone down. I'm not really into Atom. I know Jimbo is one of our brown admins. He's into it kind of big time, but I'm not really into it myself. And for the fact, I'll tell you why I'm not kind of into it. Because obviously it's not a hidden gem or anything like that. Oh, that's Atomic. I keep on going to Atomic. Atom is Cosmos. Because of the market capitalization. Now, I know we shouldn't be looking at the market capitalization, but it is a significant thing to look at, but we shouldn't really be looking at if we kind of look at it from a kind of pragmatic point of view. But 745 million market capitalization. It's number 17, rank number 17. Where is it going to go from here? Could it be in the top 5, top 10? Yeah, of course it could be. But for it to do that, it's going to have to double up or treble up or something. I think there's much more opportunities like Matic. It could go 10x and it's only going to get to 70 million. It could go 100x and it gets to 700 million. So I think there's more opportunities to make more money with the likes of the kind of smaller caps. So this is why I've not really looked at Atom. I'm not really, and it could really take over and just go into the top 3 or something. I'm just not, I've not got there yet with it. I don't know if I will. Be all eyes on Bitcoin, definitely. Although it's come down a wee bit, not that much, it's come down a wee bit. Donny Don Matthew, ONT could be a $100 coin during a bull run. 1,000 coins could be 100k return. Yeah, ONT I think is good as well. I've not looked at ONT, where is it? So 16,410 at the minute. Is that its all-time low? It's not its all-time low, but it's getting close to its all-time low at 13,000. If you consider where its all-time high was, about 120,000. It's kind of crazy. So where's ONT in terms of market cap as well? Ontology, 514 million. So MFT, I was looking at MFT as well, mainframe, and that's 24 million just now, 25 million in market capitalization. But the one on Binance, certainly that I do like the most is Matic. I've not got that just now, as I said, I got out of that, got back into BTC. But I'm still looking at that and thinking this could be a really good kind of long-term one. And I was in for the long term until Bitcoin started its kind of parabolic run. I thought, okay, I'll get out just now and I'll get back into it. So when BTC stops going up, I think I'm going to do is get more XRP, Cardano and Matic. That's what I'm going to kind of go for, I think. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Hopefully it's going to be an interesting weekend with regards to kind of crypto, but hopefully you have a brilliant weekend whatever you're doing anyway. And I'll make that kind of decision, let you kind of know what next week what I'm kind of going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a launch of CYT-Crypto and be more involved with CYT-Crypto. It'll be nearly full time. Obviously, I've still got other kind of parts of the business, still writing the books as well. So there's lots going on. So I'll let you know, but if you're in the premium group, I'll let you know as well. And if you're in the admin group, obviously you get to know everything first. And thanks to the admins as well for all the kind of advice as well that I got when I was thinking about this. So thanks again to everybody, and until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes.